Hey, David here, and we commonly have clients ask how they can communicate with an offshore team member or their VA. Now, this has never been easier, especially through technology like Zoom and Skype, and while you may have heard about these softwares before, a lot of businesses still don't understand how simple they really are to use. So with that in mind, I thought we'd jump into a live Zoom call where I can demonstrate a few of the features and show you how easy it is. Now, just in case you've never heard of Zoom before we start, it's a program that you use to hold two-way voice and video calls, so like video conferencing as they call it. You can chat using a microphone, which is already built into most laptops, and webcams as well are also built into most laptops. And if you don't have a webcam, you can still have a chat using one of these little headsets that you plug in via USB, and they will still be able to hear you. Now, let's say you don't actually have a webcam or a microphone, you can still dial in using your mobile phone or your office phone. Now, one cool feature around Zoom is the way you set up a number to dial, because it's country centric or it's country based. So in Australia, you use a local Australian telephone number to dial in. Now, another great feature with Zoom is the ability to share your computer screen when you're on a Zoom call, which is great for training sessions, especially if you're training someone in another country, for example. Finally, the icing on the cake is you can also record every single call, meaning you can record the training session, for example, and your offshore person can refer back to them anytime they want, and you can also use it to grow your team locally if you want, and as you employ additional offshore team as well, you can use these videos to automate parts of your training and your upskilling. Okay, that's it. Let's go. Let's jump on now. I'm going to show you how to run a Zoom call. Okay, now you can see my desktop here right now, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to connect with Zoom. My webcam, which I have here, is going to start up, and the people on the other side as well will be able to hear my audio. I'm then going to click on the record button, and the record button is going to record this call for me, so if I was using this as a training session, I'll be able to view it and have a look later on. Now, I want to invite a participant along to have a look and to join this call with me, and there are a couple of ways that you can do it, and the way that I'm going to do it today is to copy the URL of the Zoom call, and I'm then going to go into Skype, and I'm going to send that link through to Eva so she can connect on the call. And now, as I'm waiting for Eva to come in, you can see over on the right-hand side the different participants that are on there. Hey Eva, how you going?
I'm good, David. How are you?
Good. Welcome to the call. So, as I was saying, we have the different participants that are running down here on the right-hand side, and you can see obviously Eva and myself on our webcams. Eva, can you do me a favor? Can you share your screen with me?
Yeah, sure, David, I can do that. Okay, so to do that, I'm just going to click on the share screen button, which is on the bottom panel, and I'm going to select desktop 1 because I'm using multiple monitors, and share screen. Simple as that. So you should be able to see my browser and my Skype window at the moment. Can you see that, David?
Yep, I can see that now.
Right, let me just move that out of the way. Sure.
Okay, so as I mentioned beforehand, this is really cool if you want to use it for training sessions. If you want to be able to use it to actually physically demonstrate to a person at the time, you say, look, this is exactly what I mean, this is what I've been trying to show you. You can do it in this particular fashion. The other cool thing, like I said before, is you can pre-record these as training sessions, you can upload them, and then as you're continuing to grow your team, or people locally that you have with training sessions, you can then take this and you can share it with them, and they can watch it and they can get an understanding as to how to perform a particular task. Can you stop sharing your screen for me, please, Eva?
Sure, David. Okay, so I'm clicking on stop share, and that's it.
Okay, fantastic. So now, if let's say I don't have a webcam and I don't have a microphone, yet I still want to be able to have a conversation with somebody, I can still join Zoom and I can still participate in the call by dialing in. And as I mentioned beforehand, that's an 02 number that you can dial into, I think, for Zoom, so you can set it by country. Now, to grab that, I basically click here, I click on invite, and I copy the invitation, and then I put it into a separate window here, and I dial the number that is identified there. So if I unlock my phone, and I'll dial that number now, 0280152088. Now, as I dial in, you'll be able to hear it actually comes up prompting me to enter in details.
Welcome to Zoom. Enter your meeting ID followed by the pound or hash sign.
Okay, so my meeting ID is 169-883-208. Okay, so now I have joined via my phone. Can you hear me okay, Eva?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, fantastic. Now I can hear Eva here as well, and then whoever else would be sitting on the call, they'll be able to hear exactly what's happening as well. So it's a fantastic feature, this particular feature, where you can dial in and you can still participate on the call, and you'll be able to hear via the other recording that I upload the quality of the call that I've recorded here today. Okay, fantastic. That's it. Thank you very much, Eva. Really appreciate you jumping on and having a conversation with us. And thank you, everybody. I hope this demonstrates how you can use Zoom effectively, irrespective of whether or not you have a webcam and you have a microphone. If you don't have it, you can still participate easily. You can still dial in and interact the way that we're interacting right here now if I have my phone and I'm also connected as well. Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much, Eva. Okay, that's it. Can you see yourself using Zoom in your business? And while I've been showing you how you can use Zoom from an outsourcing perspective, can you see how you could use it in your day-to-day operations? I mean, it's really fantastic, and there are really no limits and bounds, and it's so simple to use. Let's say you don't have your little headset, you don't have a webcam, you can still dial in using your telephone, and there are just so many different ways that you can connect. Okay, great. This is David from Affordable Staff, and talk soon.